Hey everyone, Steve Seaver's Bionic Buzz. I'm joined by Bernie, aka the Geek Gatsby. We're going to be going over all the amazing stuff he's got going on at San Diego Comic-Con for your company XLE Productions, man. If you haven't gone to these parties in the past, it's always amazing. And every year you seem to expand. It kind of started just as like Wednesday night thing, and now you got like something going on every night, even stuff during the day.
So, where we're at now is it's like one step past where we were in 2019. So 2019 was our first year trying to do the three different nights, three different themes in one location, and it was great, and it was setting up a great 2020, and then pandemic. So last year, as the first year back from pandemic, we kind of felt it out. We were just going to do Wednesday, and then the venue made us an offer for what ultimately became the Burton Bash, so we were back up to two. And then, we had such a great relationship with Parq, which is the venue we used Wednesday last year for the Love and Thunder party. And they wanted to have us all three nights, and we're excited about being back in one spot and being able to kind of live there for the week. And that venue is a really great layout for a number of reasons, and a great staff. So we're super excited to bring three different theme parties this year, and our first time trying our hand at a daytime activation in addition to the nighttime events. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's go over. So Wednesday night is your 8-Big Legacy party. I see, obviously it's Mario going to be Super Nintendo theme, right?
Yep, a lot of Super Nintendo. I mean, we'll draw from some other stuff as well, but certainly heavy on the Mario and Zelda and some of the classics. We were actually just watching some clips of games we used to play for some inspiration on what to build, some Metroid Prime and Kart and things like that. So it's going to be very, very exciting, and hopefully a lot of fun. Some cabinet arcade games and things like that. It's going to be very cool.
Cool. And Thursday night's going to be your Nick at Nightclub event. Can you tell us about that? I assume it's like Nick at Night.
I mean, so the funny thing is, it's a kitschy name, right? But Nick at Night was the black and white kind of replay of some older shows, Misread and stuff like that. And that's not not what Nick at Night Club's going to be. Very heavy on the 90s and early 2000s nostalgia. We'll have some stars from Nickelodeon shows that are going to be there. We've got a lot of the Salute Your Shorts cast is going to go. Working on a couple of Nick hosts and stuff like that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Some people that are going to come out and perform with the band. People that you've seen act that you may not know also have musical talent. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to spoil any of the things we haven't announced just yet. But definitely, I think that is shaping up to maybe be our night of the most celebrity guest appearances. Would be Thursday night at the Nick at Night Club. And then Friday night, we're going to go kind of horror, but not like, I know some people will definitely look at Monsters Ball and think the classic Universal Monsters. But we're definitely, the theme and decor is going to be a lot more supernatural, Twilight, that kind of a Wednesday, a little more of the young adult, sexy, dark kind of a thing. So there's definitely going to be an evil enchanted forest motif in the main entry room and stuff like that. The music's going to gear that way. A lot of the photo ops and stuff like that's going to be dark, spooky, sexy kind of a thing.
So, I mean, this is amazing because you have each theme, and you obviously mentioned that all the installations got to be in there, but then you have basically 24 hours to change the nightclub into the next theme the next day. I mean, that's your superpower, man. That's insane.
So a couple of ways that happens. One, like I said, Parq Nightclub is awesome, and one of the reasons it's awesome is it is cavernous, and it has this whole underground situation that's beneath the club. And there is a subterranean club under the club. That is where the Malibu Dream Lounge is going to be.
Okay.
You can have a separate entrance to it, which is what we'll do in the daytime. But it's also a travel to and from where the main stage is and all that stuff. So that's going to be the VIP lounge all 3 nights. But there's also just a bunch of places that we can store stuff and things like that, and section some things off. It's just got a lot of opportunity and makes for a great headquarters in addition to the event itself. Like some of the clubs, like what you walk in and see, that's it. There's not a lot of backstage or office space or any of that stuff, which from a production standpoint you really need. And Parq has a ton of it. So Parq's a great venue. We'll also we'll have crews that will start working at like 2 a.m. when one party ends, and they'll do a lot of the venue flip overnight. And I mean, we'll have all day to build to the next event. But then there's also some of the walls. We'll rebuild the walls up here in LA and decorate both sides and do a flip that will make some of that easier. There's not a ton of them we can do that with, but enough that that's a big help when we can just do that and go in there and flip some things around but yeah, I mean, it's definitely intense because theme parties used to be, this is why we exist. When you went to a Comic-Con theme party anywhere, not just San Diego, but anywhere, go to New York Comic-Con, go to the after parties there, go to wherever, it was pop-up banners and a color palette of uplighting. Hey, there's your theme. Oh, Stranger Things party, red uplighting. There you go.
Here's the Christmas lights.
Right. And as a person that has stood in line for Hall H, as a person that picked up my badges at Town and Country, as a person that used to, like, the highlight of Comic-Con was Kevin Smith giving you the inside dirt on Hollywood, like, long before the big studios ever took an eye to San Diego. And as a person that cosplays, I want more. Like, I want to cater to the people that spend 30 hours on one costume, right? And that even is low for some of the big. Oh builds.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's going to impress that person, who are all my friends. So that's really kind of our mission statement, if you will. Is it can't just be uplighting and a pop-up banner. It's got to be we really want you to live in a world. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of living in a world, let's dive back into your Malibu Dream Lounge you got underneath. That's gonna be during the day. What hours do you have that? Is that gonna be a ticket event also, just like the?
Yeah, we're gonna launch the tickets this week. A member of the team's just struggling through a medical thing, and when he's back up and running, he'll put the final details on some of the important launch pieces. But we'll get that launched this week. It's gonna be 12 to about, I think it's 7:15 p.m. But there's going to be 6 1-hour slots each day, Wednesday through Friday, and you get an hour experience. There's going to be performers in world, like multiple Ken and Barbie, and they're going to take you through a whole experience. I'm like, how can I dance around this without spoiling the announcement, right?
Yeah.
But there will be multiple experiences. You'll be in the whole thing will be the Malibu Dream beach house, if you will, but in an interior nightclub. So as best as we can convert that into that kind of a vibe, but you'll have multiple rooms in the house and you'll have different experiences in each one of the rooms and just gorgeous photo ops. There will be a themed drink. And we're working on seeing if we can't comp some of that. So waiting on a few sponsors to potentially come through there. Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun experience. If you're looking to
sponsor event, hit up.
Yeah, we got room. We got room for you and lots of time to incorporate people. We're starting our prop build right now. So there's time to build in extra stuff. There's time to make graphics. There's time to add people to whatever makes them happy. But so we'll operate that daytime experience, the Malibu Dream Lounge, and then at night when we do the club, the Malibu Dream Lounge will be open 8 to 12 as the VIP experience. So you can go down into the lair and go down into this other world of the Malibu Dream. And we'll have Atomic Blonde spinning in the Malibu Dream Lounge. She's a phenomenal DJ. I mean, she works like the Disney parks and stuff like that in Florida and does a lot of big shows. Is she
the one that just trained you when you were out here?
What was that?
Is she the one that just trained you when you were out here in Orlando?
Oh, I know. I was the guy that she works with, DJ Elliot's the one that trained me.
DJ Elliot, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I trained with him and a couple other folks that work for him out there. I was sad I didn't stay long enough to get to hang out with Gabby and learn from her, but I'm going to definitely spend some time when she's down here. There's a front room. I might even spin, the intro of one of the nights. We'll see. Haven't mapped all that out yet.
You're obviously a great host, great singer and stuff. Now you're adding DJ too. It's pretty cool.
It's funny because when you pull back the curtain, like that deck is super intimidating when you look at a DJ's gear. But once you start to like piece it together, it makes a lot of intuitive sense. And I'm like, okay, I got this. And then learning to beat match I mean, if you can count to 4, you can understand music. Everything is in
Yeah.
beat count. So, but it's definitely a lot of practice. I actually have all of my gear arriving tomorrow, and I am DJing a wedding for a pretty prominent cosplayer out here, Sean Richter. Is having a whole Marvel themed wedding, so I'm doing their wedding at the end of the month. So I'll be spending every day until then doing at least 2 hours of DJ, like just practice. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, I'll put this up when the tickets are on sale. Where can people go to buy tickets? And if someone did want to sponsor an event for San Diego Comic-Con, how are they going to get in contact?
The easiest one-stop shop for all of our info is xleproductions.com. There's a splash page there that'll take you to all of the ticketed events, 3 right now, and we'll add the Malibu Dream one when that becomes available later this week. You can also just search on Eventbrite for any of them, for Ready Party 1, 8-Bit Legacy, Nick at Nightclub, Monsters Ball, Malibu Dream Lounge. And then for contact, you can get to me from our webpage, XLE Productions, but it's Bernie at xleproductions.com. There's really only one way to spell Bernie, and it's not how Starbucks puts it on my cups.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty easy to find. You can find me all over the internet. So yeah, I'm super excited, man. It's gonna be a blast. And then Saturday I get to rest, I think.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see you at the Entertainment Weekly red carpet.
Yeah.
So
Always a fun time up there.
yeah. Cool, man. Well, thanks for taking time to talk to me, man. And I'll
Always
see
a
you
pleasure, and just congratulations and continued success, because Bionic Buzz has been doing a lot of stuff. You're getting a lot of reach out of your videos, and as someone that's seen you for several years, watching you grow is just very exciting. So I'm very happy for you.
Absolutely, same for you, man. It's fun how we've each grown over the years. After
It's such a great community.
I think
we have an awesome community.
You had the power glove on.
I do have one. I'll be wearing it for 8-Bit.
Awesome, man. Cool, dude. I will see you at some point at San Diego Comic-Con.